The biggest struggle I have with points is never having enough of it to take all the cool trips that I want to take. So anytime I find a shortcut to use fewer points and still get where I want to go, I get pretty excited. And that's what we're talking about in today's video. Today we're going to go over Flying Blue promo rewards that you can use to book cheap award tickets to fly to Europe with points. I'll walk you through what they are, how they work, how to find them, and how you can maximize them. And then I'll show you a step-by-step example so you can see how all of it looks in practice and book it for yourself. Let's get into it. So first things first, what exactly are Flying Blue promo rewards? Every month, Air France and KLM's joint loyalty program, which is called Flying Blue, publishes a list of award deals on their website where you can get discounted flights to fly to Europe. This is what they call the Flying Blue promo rewards. These promos usually give you 25% off the normal award ticket price, so not cash fares, award ticket fares, and they apply to all economy, premium economy, and business class awards. The discounts cover flights to and from Europe, but also intra-Europe flights that are operated by Air France or KLM. That said, you can also connect via Paris or Amsterdam to other European cities, so it's not like you only have to fly to Amsterdam or Paris. You will find these deals on the promo rewards page of the Flying Blue website. Now, it's important to note that these deals rotate every month, so you're not going to find the same airports every time. Sometimes it includes US cities, sometimes it's intra-Europe flights, and other times it's also connections from outside of Europe. So it's important to keep checking every month to see if your home airport is on the list. The way it works is very simple. You get 25% off on the award ticket prices on specific routes every single month. With business class, 25% off can be a nice chunk of savings in points, but with economy, it's an absolute steal. For example, if an economy ticket normally costs, let's say, 30,000 miles one way, with this deal, you can bring that price down to 22,500 miles. So that is a saving of 7,500 miles. I'll show you a real world example in just 1 second so you can see exactly how this looks in practice. First thing is that promo rewards are only valid for the flights that are 6 months out from the month that they are published. So for example, if they have published the deals in October, you will find those deals for 6 months out. So that would make it by the end of March of next year. And the second thing is that you must book that award in the month that it was published. So if an award was published in October, you have to book it in October so you can take advantage of the pricing, because next month they'll publish new deals and that's what you'll be booking. All right, let's jump to the fun stuff now. We'll do a walkthrough of how to spot a Flying Blue promo reward so you can book your cheap tickets to Europe. So here I am on the promo rewards website, and I quickly wanted to show you how you can spot a deal on the promo reward and how you can go over the monthly awards that they publish. So here you'll see that they are saying that book in October, pick your travel date until March 31st, 2026, which I mentioned earlier. This is their list of promo rewards, and they are talking about the terms and what exactly a promo reward is. So looking here, you'll see that these are the short intra-Europe flights that we talked about. So there are a bunch of options from Amsterdam, and you'll be flying KLM, but there's also a bunch of options from Paris to many European cities where you'll be flying Air France. And the pricing can be as low as 7,500 points. That's the lowest I see, so it must be higher than that. And one more thing to notice here, that it's not just economy pricing. If you go a little down, you'll see there are some business class promo rewards as well. So over here, there is Amsterdam from Bilbao and Paris to Casablanca. They're both business class awards that you're getting for 18,750 miles. So that's about intra-Europe. In the long haul section is where you'll see US cities. So as you scroll down, there's a whole bunch of US cities here. There is Washington, DC, Miami, Seattle, New York, you name it. It's not just the East Coast. You're also getting these deals from the West Coast, which I really like because the price is actually the same from Seattle and from New York. And scrolling a little down, you'll also see if there's any business or premium economy awards available. So like you can see here, from a US city, I see one premium award. So this is Europe to and from Boston. That is offering a deal of 30,000 miles from a premium award. Then there is some cities that you will find from outside of Europe. So for example, this one here, there is a business class award here for 63,750 miles. Again, it's a discounted price, so it has been discounted by 25%. Here you'll find some FAQs on the reward tickets. So if you have any questions, I think this can answer those questions. And then you can just visit these websites to start booking your promo rewards. So today we are taking the example of Europe to Boston because I'm more curious about how the premium rewards look. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm logged into the website. I logged on to KLM.com, but since Flying Blue has a joint program between KLM and Air France, you can just create one account and you can use the same credentials to log into both accounts. And you will also find the same flights on both the websites, so you don't need to bother with creating accounts with both. By default, they have book a flight option selected from the homepage here, which will give you cash fares, but what we want to look at is miles, so that's what I'll select here. For the fares, we are going to look at prices from Boston because I'm interested in learning more about the premium economy deals. And I'm going to choose Amsterdam as my destination. So if you remember on the Flying Blue promo rewards page, it's just said Europe to Boston. That does mean that there are multiple destinations involved. And if you have a few destinations in mind, you can just input all of them and maybe make a decision based on what's best for your dates and wherever you want to fly. The pricing will most likely be 30,000 points one way. So that is great. In terms of the cabin, I'm going to select Premium Comfort because that's what I'm looking at. And one thing to know about KLM and Air France is that you don't want to enter a departure date. Why is that? That's because if you just leave it blank and go to the next page, you're going to see an amazing calendar view that just makes your decision making so much easier. So let's take a quick look. So when I click Find Flights, this is the view that loads. And this is a calendar view month by month, which I really like because you can see for the entire month what the fares are looking like. And over here, it says promo fare and lowest fare. I believe it's the same thing because the deal over there said 30,000 miles, even though I don't see the orange here. But okay, moving on. I'm going to select 19th as a date to see what kind of flights are available. So once this page loads, you can see that there's also a little slider here that shows you the fares plus and minus 3 days from the date that you selected. Again, one helpful feature. And one thing to note about the fares is that you'll also be paying close to $200 in cash taxes and fees in addition to the points. So something to keep in mind, if you book a round trip fare, you will have to pay closer to $400 per person. So if you're opposed to that, this may not be for you. But honestly, I think it's a worth it deal, especially with premium economy. I flew it recently and really had a good experience. So let's take a look at what we have available here. So Boston to Amsterdam, here I see on Air France, it comes with one transfer. And if you expand on this, this will show you the premium promo price. So the original price is actually 40,000 miles, but the promo price here is 30,000 miles. And it gives you pretty much the same thing. So the ticket is not refundable. You will have to pay 70 euros if you change your flights or if you cancel it and want a refund. But other than that, if you see, there are 2 checked bags. There are 2 hand baggage items and 1 small bag. So it's a pretty good baggage policy also. And you have free seat selection at check-in, which I also like. So if I select that and go forward, of course, I don't have enough miles here, but it's very simple. You can just continue with the booking process and that's it. So what we just looked for was the Boston to Europe flight, and I just looked up Amsterdam, but you can look up any cities, and if you just try and experiment, you will find some deal that you like. That's typically how I book my tickets. I actually do not go by the destination, I go by the deal. So there is a fun element to that. I would urge you to try it. But yes, this was the premium economy deal that we looked at. Similarly, you can look at any economy deals that we saw on the promo rewards page, and you should be seeing the same price that was reflected there, which was, I think, 18,250 miles for economy one way. Luckily, earning Flying Blue miles is actually one of the easiest because all of the major credit cards actually transfer one-to-one to Flying Blue. That means Amex, Chase, Capital One, Bilt, Citi, and Wells Fargo, all of them transfer at a 1-to-1 ratio to Flying Blue. So no matter what your preferred way of earning points is, Flying Blue is always an option for you. Now let's talk about how you can squeeze even more value out of these promo rewards. And the answer to that is transfer bonuses. Transfer bonuses are honestly one of the best ways to use points in general because you get that additional 20 to 30% discount, and who doesn't love a discount? So every now and then, all these big credit card issuers like Amex, Chase, Citi, Capital One, Bilt, all of them keep running transfer bonuses from 20 to 30% range to Flying Blue. And in my experience, throughout the year, you'll find some or the other credit card issuer who's running a transfer bonus to Flying Blue. For example, at the start of October, Amex just launched a 20% bonus to Flying Blue. So if you transfer your Amex membership rewards points to Flying Blue, you're going to get 200 bonus points for every 1,000 points transferred. So let's say you're trying to book that economy promo reward, which is 18,500 miles. With the transfer bonus, you'll only need to transfer 16,000 miles to book that promo reward. So that saves you some miles, and I always appreciate that. Here's the catch though, these bonuses don't always line up when you actually need to book. So sometimes you might find yourself transferring speculatively, which is what I have done in the past. And I typically don't recommend speculative transfers because you don't know when you'll actually get to use those rewards. But overall, with Flying Blue, I think it's a little bit less risky. And by the way, this is exactly how I booked this premium economy cabin that I recently flew from Newark to Paris on Air France. I used I think over 100% transfer bonus that was being run as a part of the Bilt Rent Day promotion last year. And I did not know at the time that I will be using it for this fare. So I did a speculative transfer. However, I was able to find this promo award and I quickly jumped on it. So that was everything about Flying Blue promo rewards. I hope you found this video helpful and I hope you're able to book a cheap award ticket to Europe, to your favorite city. So if you do that, let me know in the comments where you end up flying. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.